Good afternoon, friends. We will discuss the next concept, that is information of lifts for planning. So, what are the things you require before construction of a building? That requirements of lift and escalation. See, the appropriate aspect of lift and escalator installation shall be discussed during the preliminary planning of the building. During the preliminary planning of the building, with all concerned parties, which are client, architect, consulting engineer, and lift or escalator manufacturer. So there should be continuous planning discussion among these main four parties: client, architect, engineer, and the manufacturer. These are very important requirements for planning only. This enables the lift or this manufacturer, escalator manufacturer, to furnish the architect and consulting engineer with proposed layout on vice versa. Means what? So before construction or before final design, so the manufacturer will be knowing so what type of building it is going to become. So in that way, he is going to get the requirement from the client, and he will give his own design for lift and escalator. So those designs again studied by the people or engineer or architect. Okay, these are very important data before the construction. The number, the capacity, the speed, the disposition of the lifts necessary to give adequate lift service in a proposed building. So these are the basic information. What are the information? The number, the capacity, how much it will hold, speed of the lift movement, disposition on the necessary disposition of its lift necessary to give adequate service in the proposed building. So what type of lift is going to come? So that is information is needed. The provision of adequate access to the machine room, how the machine room on the top should be accessed, that information is also going to give. So these are the information prior to the construction, so it is to be discussed. The loads which the lift will impose on the building structure, the load which is coming on the building due to lift operation, okay, and the holes to be left in the machine room floor, and cutouts for wall boxes for push button and signal. So these are all small electronic panels, cables, wire. So you requires ducts or holes. So these are all information should be given by the manufacturer. The special requirement of local authorities and other requirements set out in the planning permit. Before getting approval from the concerned government authority, the special requirement is also mentioned there to get the local authority. The need for the builder to maintain accuracy of the building as to dimensions and in plumb. Why it is important? So that lift is going to be come in the lift well or elevator well, so that casing's dimensions should be very accurate. Otherwise lift operations will not be into the picture, into the correct one. Okay. So the periods of time required for preparation and approval of relevant drawings for manufacturing and installation of the lift equipment. So how much time is required to manufacture? What are the drawings to be get approved? So all the information is also given. Okay. The requirement for fixing guide brackets to the building structure. Have you seen the cross section in the previous videos? We have mentioned the casing, there will be brackets, there will be rails. So what shall be the requirements for them to fix in the lift well? Okay. Time at which electric power will be required before completion to allow testing. So after installation there should be testing. Okay, so before handing over, testing is done, and what shall be the electrical power requirement to conduct the testing. Okay, the requirements of electrical supply feeders, maybe transformer, step up, step down transformer, what is its voltage. So all those things should be informed. The requirements for scaffolding in the lift well and the protection of the lift well prior and during installation of the equipment. Okay, so scaffolding is very important because it's a vertically upward, very high, great height is there. So scaffolding requirement shall also be mentioned. Delivery and storage of the equipment. So once the order is given, so delivery and where to storage, how it will be kept, so all those documents should be given. information to be provided by architect or engineer. This is very important. So what type of information or engineer or architect should give? Okay, so first one, as a result of preliminary discussion, see also 6. So what do you mean by this? These are all the clauses which are taken from NBC, National Building Code 2005. From there we have been discussing here. So see also 6 means section 6 of the NBC code book. So preliminary discussion, the drawings of the building should give following particulars and finished size. So these are the sizes and the particulars are mentioned in the NBC code book. The same thing can be given by architect. So depending upon the capacity. First, the information is number, type, size of the lifts and position of the lift rail. So this is clearly plan and elevation has to be given. Particulars of lift well enclosure means what shall be the thickness, where the beam should come, where the column should come. Okay, particulars. Size, position, number, type of landing doors, very important. To get the access into the car or the cab, you should require the landing doors. So he also should mention size, position, number and type of the landing doors. Number of floors served by the lift, how many floors it is going to be used. Okay, that is very important information. Height between the floor levels, whether it is a commercial, residential, that height should be mentioned. Okay, the number of entrances, how many entrances should be provided, okay, for one lift well. Total headroom height, okay, that is inside the cab, what is the minimum headroom height. Provision of access to machine room, which way the machine should be entered, how the equipment should be kept inside. Okay, the provision of ventilation if possible, very important, ventilation should also be provided for that building, for that machine room. Natural lighting for that machine room, that is also important. Height of the machine room, what is the minimum height of the motor panel, what shall be the height, so that is also should be mentioned. Depth of the lift pit, lift pit is important for the absorption of shocks for the lift or the cab when it is moving downward, so minimum depth should be mentioned. Okay, the position of the lift machine, above or below lift well. Okay, so the machine position is also mentioned here. Size and position of any trimmer joist, size and position of any trimmer joist, stanchions adjacent to the lift well at each floor. What do you mean by this one? The joist and stanchions are nothing but columns. Okay, joist are nothing but some horizontal members from where the lift load is transferred. Okay, so some other clauses we are going to discuss. See, working drawings to be prepared by the lift and escalator manufacturer, very important, working drawings should be prepared by them. The manufacturer requires sufficient information for the preparation of working drawing, so you should get minimum information, no? What is the space available, how many floors are there, what is the population there. Okay, so apart from that you should also get electrical requirement, that is also important. For the information of the electrical engineer, the lift or escalator manufacturer should advise the architectural engineer of his electrical requirement. See, the electrical engineer will be communicated with the lift manufacturer. So for this much of capacity of lift, what shall be the electrical requirement? In the same way, that information will be passed to the architect or engineer to get the approval from the local authority. Okay, so now we will discuss about essential requirement. What are the essential requirements? First and foremost is conformity with Lift Act and rules. This is an act passed in the Indian government, so it will tell some regulations. So all the regulations and codal procedures should be met. The regulations should be met and followed by the authority or followed by the manufacturer as well as engineer. The installation shall be generally carried out in conformity with lift acts, lift acts and rules thereunder wherever they are in force. That means where whatever clauses or laws are mentioned in the lift act, those should be confirmed, means followed by whom? Manufacturer as well as engineers. Okay, conformity with Indian Electricity Act and rules. So it's like a electricity board also having some rules, no? So according to that, the lifts shall be placed and function. All electrical work in connection with the installation of electrical lift shall be carried out in accordance with the provision of Indian Electricity Act 2003. So at this act has some rules and regulation. What shall be minimum voltage line? A lot of things are mentioned. So all the electrical connections should be in accordance with this act. Very, very important.